G'day everyone. Here with Martyn Stewart from Blind Citizens Australia. Martyn's a disability advocate. We've just been doing a bit of a speech at Ausrail here, Martyn. And,
we did.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. What do you reckon?
Well, it's always the audience that gives the true opinion, but I reckon we were bloody fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. So we just gave a bit of a speech today about the real impact of accessibility, if you like, and Martyn sharing a few of his stories about interacting with the public transport network. A few good stories and a few challenging stories, mate.
Yes, I even congratulated Kat Stapleton from Queensland Rail.
Yep.
Because I had to go under a train station in Melbourne. I think it was late 80s, around that period, make some announcements that weren't being made on that train station.
You had to self-deliver them.
Yeah, and the police self-delivered themselves to me and said, too much noise. After the third time, they decided, that is the public transport, Victoria people, to listen to me, and I was taken to Queensland because I told them how good their announcement system was then. Compared to ours, which was non-existent. 2.5 years later, it was replicated, and that's how Victoria's audible announcements were commenced. Yeah,
and they've been listening to you ever since, is that right?
Well, occasionally.
Occasionally? Yeah.
Yes, occasionally. Including what Downer built, and that is the gangway gap barrier, which I campaigned for as a result of the accident that I had. And, you know, I showed the audience very briefly today that the result of my accident really was my campaign to ensure it doesn't happen again, because the gangway gap barrier is built between the gaps in the carriages on Victoria's trains. And thanks to Downer, it's now a reality on our new high capacity trains.
Yeah, fantastic example. So it's really important that I think as an industry we focus on including people like Martyn in the design process up front, so we can get that real feedback about people's lived experience, and in the inevitable compromises that we need to make as we go through the design process, we're actually making them from an informed opinion rather than a bunch of engineering people sitting around a room and coming up with what they think is the right answer.
Yeah, so we're not frightened to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
That's right.
I mean, you know, we know confidentiality is absolute, but the point is that we should be on the ground, and before designs begin, get the wish list so you know what you need to design and therefore know what to procure.
Yeah, it's a lot easier doing it from the start, isn't it?
Correct, because it's expensive to retrofit.
Yeah. So thanks again, Martyn. It's been a great day here today. You might see more of Martyn in the future, and yeah.
Thanks for the invitation, appreciated it and loved it today.
No worries. See you everyone.
Thank you.